Alright, hello, welcome everybody. As always, my name is Conman. Welcome to another episode of Heroes of the Storm A to Z. Hope you enjoyed the Chen episode last time. Today we are, like I said, we were going to skip over Cho'Gall for a little bit. We're going to go back to them. We're going to go right into the next C. We got Chromie. Chromie is, I'm actually excited for this because Chromie is probably my second favorite personal character after Alarak. I don't know why, it's just kind of the way she plays. You know, I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, and so I was always a fan of hers as a character within World of Warcraft. I was very excited to see her come to the Nexus. So Chromie is a gnome, or I guess actually she's a dragon who is she's a dragon who's disguised as a gnome because of reasons I don't know exactly why, but she is a long-ranged damage dealer. She will drop bombs from far away, from outside your sight lines if you're not careful. You saw a little bit of her in the Chen video. I had to be careful. I had to do some jukes just to make sure I wouldn't get hit. And when I did get hit, it hit me for quite a bit. So let's talk Chromie and what her specials are. So the first thing, I'm going to go straight to the trait because this is what makes Chromie unique. Her trait is called Time Walker. Chromie has traveled to the future, and as such, she will learn her talents two levels earlier than her teammates. So if we go to the talent screen here, you'll notice, you know, not rather than the usual, we've got 1, 2, 5, 8. This is her ult. Her ult is at level 8, 11, 14, and 18. So she's going to get her abilities just earlier than everybody else. So I mean, she's going to get her second ability right at level 2, and at level 5, when everyone's on, you know, their second ability, she's going to have her third ability, and so on and so forth. That makes her, you know, a very strong early game hero. She can, you know, I'd say by the time she gets to 8, she's pretty solid. You know, she'll get some of the talent that she's going to need to do a lot of damage. She'll be ahead of the curve. It does mean that later in the game, as you get to the, you know, 19 and 20, and ultimately level 20 and beyond, some of the other heroes kind of level up and, you know, pass the curve and go past her. But she is an early game hero. She doesn't have a whole lot of mobility, as you can see, but she does have some tools that can make her sneaky. And let's talk about her abilities, speaking of which. So first off, Q is Sandblast. After 1 second, fire a missile that deals 877 damage. This is 877. Again, this is level 20. Look at the range on this. This is a long range ability, and it's got only, you know, 2.5 second cooldown, and it takes a second to wind up. So this thing's practically off. You can just chain this. This is practically off cooldown by the time you let it go. You can cast it very quickly. It only costs 20 mana, so even if Chromie is basically spent, you know, in the time it takes, you know, for this cool, you know, just to come back up, it's just about ready to cast again. So even at the direst of straits when it comes to mana, which hopefully you won't get to with Chromie, you'll be able to fire this off. This only hits heroes. This will go through minions. Let's take a walk here and show you what I mean if these minions don't die first. Alright, you see that passed right through that minion. It will hit Arthas. It will go through forts and whatnot and do no damage. Here we go. You see it goes through right through all those minions. So if you've got like a minion camp in front of you, Chromie is still going to be able to hit you in the face with this. Or if you're Chromie, of course, you can, you know, drop bombs on the enemy team through their minion waves. So something to keep in mind. It does mean her wave clear is a little tough, especially in the, you know, level 1. So because you can't use it to nuke down minion waves. Her next ability, I'm going to turn off cooldowns actually. Her next ability is Dragon's Breath. Another long range ability. This is, let's see, you can cast it anywhere within this huge targeting circle, and it's going to drop a ton of damage on top of an enemy. Now that's 1100 damage, just about 1100 damage at level 21. Anybody who gets hit in this is going to be in for some danger. It's basically, it's not an instant, how do I describe it? It's an instant cast, but it takes a second to land. So if I cast that, and I can just walk away. And more, I think what makes it doubly interesting, you could do things like you can cast this and then immediately go one of those, and, you know, hit your enemy with both abilities at the same time. And you see, you know, all the damage I'm doing there just from that. The enemy can't see where the blasts land. So most AoEs or most things you see, you know, there's like a targeting circle or there's something there, so you know where it's coming from. There you go. There's 2,000 damage just right there, right in the face. And there's really not much the enemy could do if they were going to get hit with that. So most nukes, you kind of know where it's going. You know where the AoE is going to go, where the bomb's going to drop. You don't know where Dragon's Breath is. So part of the fun of Chromie is the mind games. Is the enemy enemy going to juke left? Is the enemy going to go right? And, can you go like this? And maybe you'll hit them if they go one way or go the other way. There's a relatively long cooldown on this, 12 seconds. It does take a second and a half to land. This will hit minions. So if I go over here, the minion's going to die before I get there. This will hit minions and towers. So you can use this for some wave clear if you have to. You do have some talents if you do take them. I normally don't. It actually decreases the damage a little bit, but it lowers the cooldown. So you can kind of use that for some wave clear. Chromie could drop this on the middle of a merc camp. If your teammate has got the mercs grouped up, and you can clear out some mercs pretty quickly. So this is a pretty big damage dealer. This is the one that's going to be the hardest to hit and maybe the most important. Let's see here. She's also got, if you also notice here, she's got a pretty long range on her auto attack. It does a decent amount of damage, but I am going to showcase some her level 2 talent, I should say. Her level 2 talent. But we'll go to her third ability first. Time Trap. Place a time trap that arms and stealths after 2 seconds, and the first enemy to touch it is placed and stopped for 2 seconds. So I go like this, and now it's invisible. So the enemy can't actually see this. If it hits them, I don't know if I can drop it on the target dummy. Let's find out. So I can. Yep, you'll see now he stopped. So this is a full-on stasis. So the enemy gets stopped. They can't obviously do anything. They can't do any damage. You can't do any damage to them. So if I do one of these, you see that goes right by him. It doesn't do any damage. Sometimes you're thinking you're going to get a nuke, and the enemy walks into your time trap, and it just saves them. If the enemy does get time trapped, if you're timing it up right, your cooldowns are up, you can time it to hit them right as soon as they get out of stasis and do a big chunk of damage. Something to keep in mind. This will only hit heroes. It can be, it is stealth, but AoE attacks can kill it. It does have a low amount of health, so you got to be careful about that. So that is time trap. Let's take a look at her ultimates that she gets, of course, at level 10. And actually, the one thing I do want to show off, is her level 2 ability here, is Bronze Talons. And one of the reasons why I like Chromie so much. So this ability, Bronze Talons, which is the one we're going to take, which is the one that I almost always take, so I'd let you know right now, increases basic attack damage and range. Every time Chromie drops one of these sandblasts, which I'm going to do right here, you're going to see basic attack damage, 250%, and it's going to increase your range. So I'm all the way out there. That's a level 22, but that is a 600 damage auto attack. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Think about this: you hit somebody with your main nuke, and then immediately follow up with 600 damage, and that's because it's an auto attack and it's ranged. I mean, you can do this to pick off people like somebody like Tracer, who's going to be jumping around, and it's going to be very, very difficult to hit somebody like Tracer with your auto attack, with your sandblast. But you drop sandblast, maybe you hit her, maybe you kind of move up, and then you throw that on her, and suddenly, wow, that's you got to be careful about that. That's gonna surprise people. At any rate, that being said, let's go take a peek at the rest of her
Choose
ults.
a talent.
So, first one,
Choose a talent.
Slowing Sands. We'll go like this. This is just an ability. It will stay there as long as you stay within range. It does chew up some mana. I forgot how much it does at level 8. It uses 4 mana per second. Okay, it's got a 5-second cooldown. So if I get rid of toggle cooldowns, you'll see my mana will go down. It should be going down. Let's try this again. Well, for reasons that I'm not unsure, I guess my mana regen at this point is just so good that my mana doesn't go away. So it does chew up some mana in the earlier game, but you can keep it there as long as you want to. You never have to cancel it as long as you have mana to keep it alive. It will slow enemies down. So let's see if I can get this against Arthas so you can see. See, he goes in there and he gets slowed down. So this is kind of an area of effect, area denial kind of thing. You can use it on an objective, for example. So yeah, as soon as I walk away, here we go. You can use this on an area or a choke point. The enemy's gonna have to walk through it. Makes it easier to hit your nukes and stuff like that. I think at level 20 or level 18, I should say, yeah, removes the mana cost and increases the slow. You already are basically casting this for free at this point, but increasing the slow 80% is a huge slow. So if you can like get a bunch of people in there, have them walk through that, it's gonna make it very easy to pick them off. Then we go back, and her other one is Temporal Loop. Temporal Loop is a very interesting ability. 60-second cooldown. Or I'm sorry, 70-second cooldown, 60 mana cost. So that's not too bad. Choose an enemy hero, so you got to cast an enemy hero. It's got a reasonable range at that too. Now we're not going to be able to see anything here. We'll wait till Arthas to respawn and I'll show you. But what it does is, so see that swirling sand? That's where the enemies go. It actually warps them back there. So let's go. Let's find Arthas again. Let's get him. Start moving or something. We're gonna do one of these. We'll get rid of that. All right, and he gets warped back. So he can get warped back. So you can use this on a hero, and it will warp them back to where they were, which will set them up. You can use this where if an enemy hero is trying to run away, you can bring them back to you. If enemy hero is trying to engage on you, you can use that to kind of push them back out while you get away. You got to be careful about this. It can be cleansed. It can be stopped by like stasis effects, like an ice block, or an unstoppable will prevent it from happening. But the trick to do, I guess, what you might call it the Chromie combo, is you fire this up, you wait a second, and then you do one of these. And I actually mistimed it, but I think you can see what I was going for. Like that. So essentially, you drop that, and then you time up your Dragon's Breath and your Sandblast to land right as they respawn, or right as they reappear, so it doesn't leave them any time to get out of the way. That's how you essentially just delete people. So that's you can take care of squishies damn near in one shot with it. Assuming you can get, I should say, the timing right. The one other thing I wanted to show you about Chromie, she does get kind of a timeout. It's kind of a nice block deal. The other thing I wanted to show you was Bye Bye, which is her level 13 or 12 talent, I should say, whatever the heck she gets at 11. I always forget what's going on. She gets it early. But what it does is it increases the speed of your hearth, just like that, and it means you can't get stopped. So stop for taking damage. Most times if you're hearthing and you take damage, it will break the hearth. Here, I'll walk up and I'll go stand in the tower range, or the fort range, or I'll just, here you go, Arthas, come talk to me. Didn't matter, and I get away. So this is the other reason that Chromie can be a little sneaky at times, and what she can get away with. If she takes bye-bye, somebody goes up to you, and you know you're going to be in trouble, you spam your hearth, and you go back, and hopefully stay alive. You can get stunned out of it, of course. That's not going to stop it, but damage won't. So, something to keep in mind. It's either that or Reaching Through Time, I think, is the other one, which increases the Sandblast and Dragon's Breath range, which is already pretty long. So that's kind of Chromie in a nutshell. She's long range, not very mobile. Outside of her tricks, her job is really just to kind of hopefully have a strong front line, I should say, and just drop bombs and drop nukes, keep the enemy guessing. She can do tons of hero damage. She can do some siege damage if left alone. Let's hop in here, hop into a quick match because we spent a little bit of extra time already in try mode. See what we can get to into a game. Alright. Should have Chromie lined up. Here we go.
Here we go again.
With my old master skin. Chromie is one of the few characters that I had a master skin for before HOTS 2.0. I still keep it because I like it. So we've got Cassia, we've got Zarya, Genji, and it looks like Gazla. So Zarya could be an okay frontline, no CC, but she's a beefy tank. Could be a pain for enemies to get by her. Gazlo can be good for area of denial. We're up against, so we don't have any stealthers. Butcher could be some trouble. Butcher can engage hard. Genji can also get to the back line against me. Zagara I'm not too worried about. She's got to get to me for me to be in any trouble. Same with Cassia. Cassia is, as we saw a couple of videos ago, loses. She's got protection from auto attacks, so I mean that's going to affect my Bronze Talon's talent a little bit, but for the rest of it, it's not gonna matter too much if I can drop any nukes on her. And we're back to Brax's holdout, where all the games seem to go very quickly. This is almost a mirror match. You got three people here who are mirror matched up. See how it goes. I'm gonna start off at level 1 with Time Walker's Pursuit. This is a quest talent. What this does two things. So I'm gonna get I get a reveal. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. I get a pretty. I can cast this globally. I can cast this wherever I want. 25-second cooldown, so it's very, very short. It will reveal enemies for 2 seconds, and if they're seen, it'll keep them revealed for 4 seconds. They don't have any stealthers, but this is great if they did have stealthers, like a Zeratul or Valera, for example. It also gives me a quest talent to collect 15 regen globes, which does 2 things. One, it will increase my mana regen, which is super great because that's important for Chromie. And the other thing is if I get 15 of them, it will increase my ability power, which is already pretty high, by 5%. So now I'm going to do one of these. So now I can see where the enemy team is, and we're going to drop some nukes. There you go. Already there's a bunch of damage. I do have to stand back. You saw that Zarya was able to blow up my time trap. I don't know if she realized it was there. I think she was aiming at somebody else. But your time trap is vulnerable to AoE attacks and stuff like that, so you do want to be careful. You've got to be your time trap placement is interesting. Whoops. So I just gave Zarya a bunch of energy with that one. Your time trap placement is interesting because you want to keep it where it's going to be able to protect you if somebody dives in, but you also want to be able to kind of like juke out the enemy team. I think Butcher's going to go for this globe. He doesn't. I take it to dip my first one. He's just a little bit slow. Butcher's going to get away. He does get hit with the sandblast. Okay. Going to get hit again. Now he's low. Alright, now we're going to do Bronze Talons. Now here, this is the Bronze Talons I was telling you about. Now,
This way again? Or is this the first one?
did a bunch of damage there. Unfortunately, I did it against a shielded Zarya.
Take things into my own
I do have to be careful. I have a nasty habit with Chromie to try to like dive in for Bronze Talons damage and getting myself killed. There we go. Almost picked off Butcher, which is pretty sweet. Genji is over here. You got to be careful.
The beacons are energizing. You have to control them.
There's some Bronze Talons damage.
I need mana.
The beacons have activated. Control them. Please let this.
I'm gonna bail out actually. It's only 2 on 3. I'm low on health. Cassia's low on health. I'm low on mana. I think we'll be able to take top as we are. I'm gonna head back down to bottom. Yeah, we've got top on lockdown. We'll be able to, Zarya will be able to break those creep tumors. Let's see what I can do over here. Let's get some vision. I'm gonna put my time trap right there. Hopefully we can delete Butcher. Not quite. Get the kill though. Get the kill on Zarya. Thank you, Genji, for cleaning up that mess.
Just ran out.
And we lost top, but we picked up bottom. So that's an interesting trade-off. I'm going to place my time trap dead center. So it's going to let me back off. I'm going to know if anyone's coming. At the same time, I'm going to go over here and grab this here globe. And I'm going to go with Dragon's Eye. You got a couple of choices at level 5. I'm going to go for the one that's going to increase the damage on my Dragon's Breath straight away. You see now it's got the little circle in the middle, so it does more damage. Butcher's going to take that. It does more damage to enemies hit in the center. I've got to be careful because Butcher's there. Butcher could charge in on me, and that would be bad. Zarya actually timed that fairly well. Yeah, I need to keep my distance. If Butcher charges on me, I'm probably dead meat. Although, there's that, and he's got to watch out for that. Just stay there, Butcher. That you be my friend. There we go.
So much left to be done. Good night.
See, I can use my Bronze Talons to do a little bit of damage to these minions. Butcher is there, which is going to be bad. Did hit him.
Things in my own hands.
Oh, way too close.
That's right.
Nope, he's gonna get stopped. So you'll see something here. Yeah, he actually keeps charging, like right out of that. It stasises him, but as soon as he gets out of the time trap, he just continues to charge. So you can't just stand there and take it. You do have to be cognizant of that. I guess Zarya backed off. Oh, that was Genji. Butcher's gonna charge me. He's probably gonna get the kill. Nope, Zarya's gonna save me at the last minute. Thanks very much. Oh, Genji got the kill. I got greedy. I tried to get the dragon's bronze talons on it. I'm gonna go with Temporal Loop here because they do not have somebody who can cleanse. They don't have a healer. My problem is they've been getting low and they haven't really been able to pick them off and finalize it. So let's see what's going on over here. So there's Cassia. I'm gonna head up the top. Okay, so we've got looks like Genji and Gazlo. So now we've got some action here. Oof. There we go. So, and that's time. And there you go. That's your temporal loop. I mean, I know Zarya's over there, or Zagara. Whoever's got a Z, she can see me running around because of the creep, which is okay. I'm gonna waste a cooldown and clear this minion wave. I do have to be careful. This is kind of a dangerous spot for me.
Fall back.
Genji is not in that's not a great place to hurt, but we'll see if it works out for him. And it does. He's okay. Oof. The time trap actually stopped. So I can't really do anything. I can't go in there. Like soloing, Cassia will really eat me up. Like if she gets range on me, she will just do a lot of damage. There's really not much I can do. Yeah, you see, she just does a lot of damage on me, and it's just I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. And I need to back off. This is not going to go well for me. I'm going to tap the well. She's going to watch me pick up this globe. Hopefully she will not intervene. It doesn't look like she will.
Oh no, I'm late.
Yep, there she goes again. See, I can't really do much. This is one where I need someone to kind of stand in between me and the enemy team. So I hit her a little bit, but it's not enough to really, not enough to pick up the kill. Although if she stands there, it will be, which should be fine. You can have one of these. I got lucky there. I will take it. I want this globe, both for health and for mana. I think we're ultimately going to lose this Zerg wave. We're going to come back here. And she's going to get killed. You saw what Butcher can do in one of our earlier videos. Can we get... Can we get there? There we go. Pick him off with the bronze talents.
Sorry, but that's how it goes. I've done this before. Sorry about this.
Here you go. Have some of that. So I'm at 9 on my quest at the moment, which is good. Can I sneak this? I do. Yes, please. And you can get one of these. See, there's the mind games. Like, where am I going to drop the jukes, or drop the nukes, I should say? Where are they going to go? Who is going to do better there? Our team is getting picked off. That's unfortunate. The enemy team is also picking up pretty much all of the mercs. I can't take mercs on my own. Here comes Butcher, which means I need to back off. Yep. Here we go. I know you were over there.
The time stream won't repair itself.
Nope. We got the kill on Genji anyway, so that time temporal loop was wasted. Hopefully that will hit. Yes, it does. Alright. Good job, team. So there's a couple of kills. I'm going to cycle up to the team and go top and hopefully pick this off. This is going to be almost a full Zerg wave on either side.
Excellent. The enemy will have to deal
And
with a
unfortunately,
much larger
we've already
wave of
lost a
Zerg than
fort.
we will.
So let's see if we can pick off Cassia here before this Zerg wave gets to us. There we go. You get deleted.
Sorry, but that's how it goes.
I'll take this.
We're almost to my favorite part.
You notice I'm throwing Sandblasts, which aren't doing anything, obviously, to the Zerg, but it does charge up my Bronze Talons, which is what I want to do because it makes a little extra damage there to the Zerg. Saw the quest ability, now I've got 5% extra ability damage, which I like. I'll go.
Zerg eliminated.
Field researchers, so exciting.
Let's take this
they
camp.
said. Oh, I'll show them some excitement.
Sorry about this. Have I done this before?
Nope, this one, there we go. Okay, enemy team is on the bottom, they're going to push hard. Let's see what we can do. Can we go in and help them out? I want you to come over here. Now, I didn't have my full nuke up, and I mistimed it, so that wasn't so great. Missed that.
Be alive again soon.
She will ultimately get killed. I could have done a lot better.
No one can stop us.
And because of that, Genji was able to sneak in and pick off our opposing, our Genji.
This hero must be dealt with.
Sorry about this.
Whoops, missed that. A little extra damage.
The
The
time
beacons are energizing.
Get in there.
Thank you, Zarya.
Attain control of those beacons. You don't want to face angry Zergs.
There we go. Okay, good job. So that's 3 kills. I gotta watch out. Genji's gonna kill me. There we go.
I'm returning to base.
I also have to Hearth. Thank you, Zarya, for the shield. We've got this for a little bit. We're gonna lose the bottom one. I'm gonna head straight there.
Of course.
She's got almost no health. She's not gonna be able to do much. Have I gotten killed yet? I did get killed at one time. Alright. I don't know. The enemy team is basically back up, so they could be here soon. Here's Cassia, though. Come on.
You're covered.
Let's get moving.
So that was me just being awful. I mean, there was no. I missed her so many times. I absolutely should have been able to pick her off right there. Zarya protect me with the shields. There is no excuse for that. That's just missing your nukes. And that's the downside of Chromie. Chromie can be a high skill cap character. If you don't hit her where, if you don't hit the nukes, then you could be in for some trouble. All right, we're gonna lose this now. It looks like he's gonna come back up here. He better drop some more of those, because he's gonna have ink from. Yep.
His hero must be dealt with.
Zagara is gonna kill him, I think.
So much left to be done.
Ally needs our help.
It's a nice try from Gazlo. I like that. He still may pay the price. He is going to pay the price.
But time screen won't repair itself.
There's your time trap. Your temporal loop, I should say. Nope. A little help here.
Oh, I need to be somewhere else.
No, no, no. Most of
Here.
the Zerg are headed this way.
Close game.
Something.
It's a very close game.
We have all the time in the world.
I'm gonna head back here a little bit. Maybe I can get some damage off before. Alright. That's not a total loss.
Sorry about this. Oh, that's right.
He's gonna get away.
Not supposed to be there. Time to take things into my own hands. Oh, of course.
Is it safe out there now? Yes.
Perhaps these mercenaries will join us.
Nice work.
I'm with you on capturing the siege camp. I want to hang out up here. We're gonna drop a time trap. We're gonna drop another time trap. I wish somebody would come and help me. I'll tell you what I don't see, and that's the enemy team. So I just want to check here, face check the boss. Okay, very good. There's the enemy team.
Out of the way!
There's two.
We have all the time in the world.
Question is, can I get there? I'm not going to be able to get temporal
Sorry
loop,
about this.
so I got to be careful. Are we going to get that camp? We did get the camp. So that worked out.
Have I done this before?
I'm going to stay with my team where it is safe. Safer. I guess they're gonna. Oh, I mean, they know we're here.
Of course.
They've got creep, so they absolutely know we're here. So this is very dangerous. But it looks like we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna drop some time traps around the area, and then I need somebody to start this off. Here comes Genji. He is gonna, son of a bitch.
Here we go again.
All right.
The beacons are powering up.
Oh, oh. Stop, go away.
There! The beacons! Capture them!
What's hitting me? Oh man.
Well worth it.
I need to hearth. That leaves Zagara, and that leaves Zarya up. Problem is, Zagara has got Nidus, and she'll be able to go all over the place. I'm gonna head to the bottom. I'm gonna ping to let Gazlo know where I'm going. Gazlo is... I'm not sure where he's going. Alright, so they're there. I can't really do anything.
This way again.
That was a big nuke just to destroy a creep tumor. There you go, take that. So Gazlo took the top point, which was smart. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. I didn't see Gazlo get picked off, and then I missed my nuke. So you notice something that I'm not doing, and I'm not hitting Quantum Overdrive nearly as enough. Quantum Overdrive is an ability to increase my spell power, and it's on a short cooldown, and so I absolutely should be casting this, and I'm not doing it nearly enough. We're gonna lose this. It's almost gonna be a full Zerg wave. This is gonna be bad news. Yep. Unless we can take this here. Okay. So Genji's been distracting them, although he's going to be in trouble. Hopefully he can get to safety. Okay, very good. Yeah, now we're going to get... Oh man, we're going to get picked off. Yep. Come on, Zarya. Oh. Well, that's bad news. So Gazlo and I are going to be the only ones alive. We're going to have to defend against the Zerg wave. We're going to have to defend against this Merc camp coming up. We're going to be in a lot of trouble. And they're probably going to go for the boss. Yep, they are going for the boss, and there really isn't anything we can do about it.
The Zerg headed our way are much more numerous than the other.
So, this may be game, kids. So here comes the boss as well. Well, that made me feel a little bit better at least. And that's game. Yep, that's what happened. We just got killed too many times across the board, and we didn't play too well. I think their Genji was pretty solid. Yep. Oh, that is our Genji? Who got that? Okay, well, good job. So we'll take a look at the stats. We'll take a look at the talents. I'll give you some love because you saved my ass a couple of times. We also didn't counter push against Zagara at all. That's the appeal of Zagara. Once you get Nidus Worm, you can pretty much have a global presence. You can just hop up and down everywhere. If you're not killing the Nidus Worms, you're going to come out across the map at full health. It's pretty tough to defend against, with what we were doing anyway. Let's take a look at what we picked, why we picked them. Take a quick peek at the stats. Oh look, I got a daily quest done. Well, that's a good thing. Stats-wise, Genji had... Okay, yeah, no doubt. Genji had the most damage. I was a close second. Died 3 times, which was the least. I guess that worked out. I definitely did not play as well as I could have. You saw a couple of times where I completely mishandled things mechanically and just got myself caught in a bad position and missed some nukes, like that one Cassia thing where I absolutely should have killed her at damn near full health and I screwed up completely. Got a little panicked a little bit and she picked me off. The one where I was going after Zagara and Gazlo goes in and gets killed, and then I misplayed that too. Probably could have at least picked off Zagara before I died, so not so great. Enemy team was just better than us. I mean, that's all it was. We just didn't play well as we need to. I think we could have won with this comp. We just didn't play all that great. Let's see. Look at the talents real fast. Time Walker's Pursuit. So I was able to complete this. After the 15 globes, I get 5% ability power. Once you cap this off, you almost never have to worry about running out of mana. You don't. Like I never really have mana problems. I did okay with this. You saw some of this where I was able to just, you know, get sight on enemies, give vision to my team so they know what's coming, kind of get vision of where I'm going to drop some nukes. You saw, I knew the boss was coming because they were there. This is, like I said, going to be great against, excuse me, it's going to be great against stealthers if they had any of those on the team. Level 4 or level 2, whatever. Bronze Talons increases Chromie's basic attack range by 35%, and using Sandblast increases the damage of her next basic attack by 250. So I got a couple of Bronze Talons kills, definitely did some damage with that. A lot of the damage that I did actually was Bronze Talons, just dropping, going in, you know, and dropping a nuke. Maybe I hit, maybe I didn't, but immediately Bronze following it up with the auto attack. Did that a lot of the Zurg I did that on, so I had a decent amount of siege damage too. It's clearly not the only thing that I did. I did drop my my big nuke on it. But Dragon's Breath does surprising, or Bronze Talons I should say, does surprising amount of damage. People don't always expect it. You know, you get in their face, they think they're safe once you miss the nuke, and then suddenly you hit them for 600 damage, and they're like, wow, where did that come from? Level 7, level 5, Dragon's Eye. Dragon's Breath does 25% more damage to enemies in the center. So the alternatives here is Mobius Loop. Mobius Loop will actually lower the amount on Dragon's Breath, but it will decrease the cooldown in the mana, so you can cast it more often. I use this, when I take that, I'm going to use this when I'm going to be like primarily wave clearing, because I'm going to drop this on minions. Maybe I'll be dropping it on structures. I really wanted to I wanted to delete people in this game, I think is what we needed to do. They had a lot of damage, so I wanted to try to aim my Dragon's Breath better and hit people in the center and do extra damage. Level 10, Temporal Loop. Choose an enemy hero. After 3 seconds, they teleport back, like we talked about. I think I got 1 or 2 kills using this. I also mistimed 1 or 2 things. You can see the value of it. I don't know if the slowing sands would have been any better here. I mean, I guess slowing sands certainly comes into play. I could have used it at a choke point when we were fighting for the objectives. I'm really not sure. I'm not a fan of slowing sands. It is useful. I'm not going to deny it. I just, as a personal preference, I happen to like Temporal Loop. Level 13. Reaching Through Time increases Sandblast and Dragon's Breath range by 15%. Given the team that they had, you know, Genji can dive pretty hard, the Butcher can charge in. I wanted to stay as far back as possible, so I took Quantum Overdrive. I could have taken Bye Bye. I didn't really. Maybe it would have saved me that one time. I don't think I would have used it that much. I didn't expect to get a lot of value out of it. I like Reaching Through Time. Level 16, Quantum Overdrive. Activate to increase spell power. My big mistake here is I didn't cast this damn thing nearly enough. It's only 30-second cooldown, and it lasts for 10 seconds, so it's up pretty quickly after you use it. You should have this up for almost every engagement, especially if you're going to use it with Temporal Loop. You want to hit that and get the bonus damage. I didn't use this nearly enough. This is just totally my fault there. A misplay on my part. I really just need to have this up more often and just do more damage to the enemy team. Finally, at 20. Anderhall Anomaly turns my time trap. I actually get extra charges. So there are a couple of choices here at 20. The other one at 20 that I like to take is Past and Future Me, where when I cast Sandblast, it leaves like a ghost, which also casts a Sandblast as well, an untalented version. That can be used to kind of just have nukes flying in every which direction. I would have been a fan of it here. Would have been great to have a couple of nukes in a couple of different spots going into the objective points. I was getting dived on just a little too hard for my liking. Partly that's my fault because I was trying to go in with Bronze Talons. So I took Anderhall Anomaly. You saw at the end I was just dropping a whole bunch of time traps, trying to secure the perimeter as people were walking in. Yeah, so that was the game, and we had a chance. I mean, clearly, as you can see in this game, we dominated in the kills. I mean, we had 13 more kills. We did okay. I think where we made mistakes, we didn't get the mercs nearly enough. The enemy team was grabbing mercs, especially that first extended objective push. The enemy team just got a whole bunch of mercs, and we were merked out. So when we finally won the objective, we only won it like 100% to 90%, and they had mercs on top of it. We didn't get nearly enough merc camps when we had the opportunity to. We telegraphed our movement on the boss. We didn't do enough to take out Zarya's Nidus Worms. So she was all over the place. Because Nidus Worms, because the creep gives vision, we telegraphed our movement on the boss, so the enemy knew we were coming. We had everybody there. At that point, you need to fish or cut bait, as they say. You either need to kill the boss as quickly as possible and just go all in, and hope we can just hold them off until the boss actually hits, or maybe like bait them in a little bit and maybe back off. I don't think we don't think we went into that engagement as well as we could. We wanted to kind of like bring them into the boss, maybe bait them into hitting the boss so it starts to attack them and then go in, and you know, with the boss doing a little bit of extra damage. It was just a poor engagement on our part. Even with that, even after we did that, I mean, we kind of split a couple of kills there, so we didn't come out too worse for the wear. But on the way back, we screwed up. We lost the last engagement very, very poorly. Then they had 100% Zerg to our 0 and the boss, and that was kind of all she wrote because it was too late in the game. You know, 23 minutes on Braxis is actually kind of a long game. So it's unfortunate that we didn't pull that off. We had the opportunity to. We didn't play as well as we needed. And look at the XP contribution. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's what it was. Not a big deal. Unfortunately, shit happens, as they say. As always, hope that was educational. That's one of the reasons why I like Chromie. She can be very good if you can hit what you're trying to hit, or if you miss, you can look very silly in the process, which I did a couple of times. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching another episode. We're coming up on kind of a long one here, so I'll let you guys go. Thanks very much, and tune in for the next one when we hop out of the C's and we go into the D's and we get into Dahaka. All right, Con Man out.